I never thought I'd have to spell this out. But the truth is, too many men are breaking down in silence while pretending they're fine. Every day, guys wake up early, grind at jobs they hate, and pour everything they earn into relationships that drain them dry. They think that's what love is supposed to look like. They think sacrifice equals loyalty. But the reality? They're being used. Slowly. Quietly. And nobody warns them until it's too late. Look around. Men are exhausted. They're carrying the bills, the dates, the gifts, the endless prove you care tests. They're giving until their wallets are empty. Their energy is gone, and their souls feel hollow. And still, it's never enough. The harder they try, the less they're respected. The more they give, the more is demanded. Here's the painful part. Society tells you this is normal, that a good man sacrifices himself for her comfort. That if you don't, you're selfish, toxic, or not a real partner. But deep down, you know something feels wrong. You can feel your life force slipping away, one paycheck, one compromise, one sleepless night at a time. This message isn't here to comfort you. It's here to wake you up. Because if you don't see what's happening, if you don't stop the bleeding, the cost won't just be your money. It will be your dreams, your health, your freedom. Stay with me until the end, because this may be the only warning you'll ever get. You know where the bleeding starts? Money. It always starts with your money. The cash you drag yourself out of bed at 5 in the morning to earn. The overtime you grind through while your body aches. The dreams you set aside because bills won't pay themselves. You convince yourself it's worth it because you're building a life together. You tell yourself this is what a man does. Provide, protect, sacrifice. But the truth is uglier. The truth is you're not building your life. You're bankrolling hers. Think about it. That paycheck doesn't go toward your future. It doesn't fund your goals, your security, your growth. It gets funneled straight into keeping her satisfied. The dinners you can't really afford, but you swipe the card anyway because a real man pays. The gifts you buy out of fear, not desire. Because if you don't, you'll be punished with coldness, guilt trips, or worse, the threat of leaving. The endless cycle of nails, hair, clothes, brunches with her friends, while you rotate the same shoes and skip meals to save a few dollars. And here's the trap. She'll wrap it in words that sound noble. This is for us. This is for our family. Don't you want me to be happy? And every time you fall for it. Not because you're weak, but because you've been trained from birth to believe your value as a man is tied to how much you can give. But when she says family, what she means is comfort. When she says investment, she means lifestyle. And when she asks if you want her happy, what she's really asking is if you'll bleed yourself dry so she doesn't have to lift a finger. I see it every day. Men stacking 2-3 jobs just to cover someone else's desires. Men wrecking their backs in construction, burning out in offices, dragging themselves home too tired to think, only to hand over their paychecks like offerings at an altar. And here's the sick part. No one even pauses to ask what it cost you. No one cares about the years shaved off your life, the anxiety you carry, the way your soul is breaking under the weight of constant giving. She wants a vacation. You make it happen. She wants a bigger house. You figure it out. She wants and wants and wants. And you keep giving until there's nothing left but an empty shell of a man moving through the motions. And if you dare question the fairness of it all, the world labels you selfish. They'll tell you this is love, that this is the price of commitment. But look closer. Is it really love when only one person is sacrificing? Or is it exploitation dressed up as romance? If money is the first vein they cut, time is the second. And in many ways, it's worse. You can earn more dollars, but you can never earn back hours that are gone. Time is the currency you'll never get a refund on, and yet most men give it away, like it's worthless. Not because they want to, but because they've been conditioned to. Think about how much of your day disappears into proving you care. The constant texting at work, the random check-ins, the reassurance that you're still thinking about her. You do it not because you need the connection, but because you know the storm that comes if you don't. Then there are the nights. How many evenings vanish doing what she wants instead of what you need? Her shows, her errands, her friends, her endless list of quality time that feels more like servitude than love. Weekends don't belong to you anymore either. They've been stolen, rebranded as couple time, when in reality, it's just her agenda written on your calendar. And while you're busy orbiting her world, what happened to yours? You used to have hobbies, passions, projects you were building, ideas that gave you energy. Remember that? Where are they, Tono? Dead. Buried under a pile of, "Why are you always busy?" and "Why can't you just relax with me?" At first, you fight to hold on. You try to split the difference, but over time, it's easier to surrender, to avoid the argument, to keep the peace. So you abandon your goals piece by piece until nothing of you remains. Your friendships fade too. The guys you once laughed with? Gone. The brotherhood you once leaned on? Erased. Not because you stopped caring, but because every ounce of energy is spent managing her emotions. Let me tell you about a guy I coached, 36, used to be a talented indie musician. Music was his escape, his fire. But now? Every night, he's either driving his wife to the spa, waiting outside her girls' dinners, or running errands she can't deal with. I asked him, "When was the last time you wrote a song?" He looked down and said, 4 years ago. She told me music doesn't pay bills, and that's how it starts. Slowly, silently, your passions here. Not with a bang, but with a shrug. And the worst part? You call it love. And if she doesn't like them, forget it. You drop them to avoid conflict. Slowly, your world shrinks. Your identity dissolves. You become a satellite revolving around her gravity, while the man you once were disappears. Here's the truth no one wants to say. When your time stops being your own, you stop being free. And freedom is the oxygen of a man's soul. Without it, you suffocate. You walk through your days exhausted, drained, living a life that doesn't even feel like yours. And she'll tell you that this is normal, that this is love. But let's call it what it really is. Theft. Theft of your dreams. Theft of your purpose. Theft of the one resource you can never replace. Your time. If money drains your future and time steals your present, energy is the fuel that disappears, drop by drop until you've got nothing left. Most men don't even realize it's happening. They wake up tired. They drag through the day foggy and restless. They collapse at night without ever feeling alive. And the crazy part, it's not the job that's killing them. It's the constant emotional labor of the relationship. Think about it. How much energy do you burn every single day just trying to keep the peace? You walk on eggshells, scanning for her moods, studying every word, every look, every pause, trying to figure out what she really means. It's non-stop, like your brain's running 1,000 tabs, scanning for one thing, her next explosion. One wrong word, one wrong look, and boom. You're not living. You're diffusing bombs. You wake up already drained because you spent the night replaying her cold tone, dissecting that unanswered text, wondering what you did wrong. At work, your mind isn't on the project. It's on whether she's mad. You come home not exhausted from your job, but from the invisible weight of constantly managing another person's emotions. And little by little, your life force slips away. Pause for a second. Ask yourself, when was the last time you did something just for you? Not for her, not for the relationship, just for you. If you can't remember, brother, that's the problem. Meanwhile, look at her. She's thriving. She's posting about living her best life, using the resources you provide. She's telling her friends how independent she is, while you quietly bankroll her freedom. She's complaining that men aren't what they used to be, while you're destroying yourself just to meet her shifting standards. The more you give, the less you have. And the less you have, the less she respects you. This is why your health crumbles. Your body keeps score. Your testosterone tanks from chronic stress. Your blood pressure climbs. Your muscles fade. Your hair thins. You grab junk food because you're too busy keeping her happy to care for yourself. And at some point, you look in the mirror and don't even recognize the man staring back. You were once strong, sharp, alive. Now you're running on empty, a shadow of yourself. And society calls this normal. They call it commitment. But let's tell the truth. This isn't commitment. This is slow death. A man can survive poverty. A man can survive long hours. But no man can survive the endless drain of a one-sided relationship where his spirit is sucked out piece by piece. That's not love. That's exploitation with a smile. Your body never lies. It tells the truth about the life you're living, even when your mind tries to cover it up. Look closely at yourself. When was the last time you went to the gym consistently? When was the last time you ate real food instead of grabbing whatever's quick because you're too busy running around for her? When was the last time you slept through the night without anxiety clawing at your chest? You know the answers. And deep down, you know what they mean. The stress is eating you alive. Your testosterone is sinking, which is why you feel weaker, less driven, less like the man you used to be. Your blood pressure creeps higher every year. Your waistline expands while your muscles fade. You notice your hair thinning, graying sooner than it should. These aren't random signs of aging. They're the visible scars of a life lived in constant sacrifice. You used to be vital. Now you're running on fumes, aging in fast forward, paying the price for neglecting yourself. And it's not just your body. Your mind is cracking under the weight too. Anxiety becomes your baseline. Depression lurks in the background. But you don't admit it because you've been told real men don't have mental health problems. So you push it down, you laugh it off, you stay silent. Meanwhile, you're carrying a boulder on your chest every single day, and it's killing you slowly. Statistics back this up. In certain cultures, married men live shorter lives than unmarried men. Think about that. The very institution that's supposed to protect you, to give you partnership, is actually cutting years off your life. And still, you're told this is normal. This is love. This is the price of commitment. But that's a lie. What you're living isn't partnership. It's exploitation. It's slow murder dressed up as romance. And here's the bitter part. While your health collapses, she thrives. She shines online with the lifestyle your body is breaking down to provide. She tells her friends how independent she is, while you're sacrificing your strength, your years, your very soul. She gets the glow. You get the gray hair, the insomnia, the empty look in your eyes. This is why so many men in their 40s and 50s wake up broken, exhausted, wondering what happened to them. They gave their best years, their best health, their best energy to keep someone else comfortable. And what do they have left? A weak body, a tired mind, and a heart that barely remembers what it felt like to dream. Brother, your health is not just about survival, it's your foundation. And right now, it's crumbling under the weight of a system that tells you your only purpose is to give until you break. That's not love, that's self-destruction. Here's the part that most men never want to admit. The real prison isn't just money. It isn't just time. It isn't even your failing health. The deepest chains are emotional. Because once a woman learns how to pull your strings, you're no longer her partner. You're her puppet. Think about how often you adjust yourself just to keep her calm. The guilt trips when you try to set a boundary. The tears when you dare to ask for something in return. The sudden silence. The cold distance. The threats of walking away. All carefully placed triggers designed to keep you compliant. And the brutal truth? You've been trained to respond to them like a dog to a whistle. She pushes the button. You react. She frowns. You scramble. She threatens to leave. You beg. That isn't love. That's programming. And it doesn't happen overnight. It's built slowly over months and years. She installs the code into your mind, one conflict at a time. One, you're so selfish at a time. One, you don't really love me at a time. Until eventually, you don't even trust your own logic anymore. You only trust her moods. And that's when she owns you. I've seen brilliant men, engineers, entrepreneurs, leaders, reduced to shells of themselves because of this emotional leash. They start believing their ambitions are selfish. They turn down opportunities because she claims it takes too much time away from us. They defend her even when everyone else can see she's draining them dry. And they call it love. But it's not love when only one person sacrifices and the other collects the reward. That's control. Here's the sickest part. She'll convince you that your suffering is noble, that real men don't complain, that strong men keep giving no matter how empty they feel. And you'll carry that cross until you collapse, believing you're proving your worth. But in reality, you're proving only one thing, that you're willing to live as a slave to someone else's emotions. Every outburst, every cold shoulder, every manipulative tear isn't random. It's a test. How far will you bend? How much will you tolerate? How much more of yourself are you willing to give up before you finally break? And every time you give in, you lose just a little more of her respect. The cycle never ends. Brother, you've been taught that love means endless sacrifice. But what you're really experiencing is conditioning. A system designed to keep you hooked, compliant, and dependent. And until you recognize it for what it is, you'll keep dancing on the strings, mistaking control for affection. That's not partnership. That's enslavement. If emotional chains keep you obedient, society itself is the cage that locks the door. Because out there, in the bigger picture, men are disposable. That's the brutal truth no one wants to say. Your worth isn't measured by who you are. It's measured by what you can provide. And the moment you stop producing at the same level, you're tossed aside like broken machinery. Look at the numbers. Divorce courts don't favor you. Custody battles don't favor you. The system is built on the assumption that your role is to pay, to fund, to continue providing long after the relationship has died. Men lose their homes, their savings, even their children, while still being told to man up and accept it. You give decades of your life building a family, and in one signature, it's stripped away. You're left with bills and memories, while she walks away with the comfort you sacrificed yourself to create. And here's the part that makes it worse. Society cheers her on. They call her strong, independent, empowered. While you're branded the villain. You're the deadbeat, the failure, the man who couldn't keep her happy. Never mind the years you worked yourself into the ground. Never mind the dreams you buried to keep her comfortable. None of that matters once you're no longer useful. It's a rigged game. The rules are written to bleed you dry. And yet from the time you were a boy, you were trained to accept this fate. Taught that a good man provides without question. Taught that sacrifice is noble, even if it kills you. Taught that love means giving until there's nothing left. And you believed it. You lived it. Until one day, you wake up realizing the entire system was designed to break you. But here's the real kicker. This isn't an accident. It's the design. Men are expected to be utilities. When you're young and strong, they want your energy. When you're established, they want your money. When you're old and tired, they discard you. That's the life cycle society has mapped out for you. Use, drain, replace. And unless you wake up, unless you step off that conveyor belt, that's exactly where you'll end up. Empty. Lesson Wedsund, wondering how the world convinced you to hand over your life willingly. This isn't just about one bad relationship. It's about a culture that programs men to live and die as providers, never as human beings with value beyond their output. And a man who chooses himself terrifies the system. Be that man. Unless you refuse to play that role, the system will chew you up and spit you out, just like it did to millions before you. Brother, the world doesn't care if you collapse. The machine keeps moving. The only one who can break free is you. So what do you do when you finally see the truth? When you realize the system is stacked against you, when you know you've been drained for years, you stop playing their game. You reclaim your autonomy. Because the moment you decide your life is yours again, everything changes. Start with your career. Every hour you work should no longer be a donation to someone else's comfort. It should be an investment in your future. Build skills. Build assets. Build something no one can take in a divorce or discard when they're done using you. Work for your empire, not for her lifestyle. Then rebuild your body. Your fitness is non-negotiable. Hit the gym, not to impress her, but to reclaim your strength. When you feel powerful in your own skin, you stop tolerating disrespect. A strong body creates a strong mind, and discipline in the gym bleeds into discipline everywhere else. When you look in the mirror and see a warrior again, you'll remember who you were before you became a servant. Next, set boundaries. Real ones. Not suggestions. Not polite requests. Non-negotiable lines that protect your time, your energy, your money. And when she tests those boundaries, and she will, you hold firm, calm, steady, unshaken. Because every time you cave, you lose respect. And every time you stand tall, you take your power back. Most of all, stop chasing validation. Stop begging for approval. Your worth doesn't come from her moods or her opinions. It comes from your actions, your integrity, your choices. The moment you stop seeking her permission to feel like a man, you break the chains. Here's the formula. Focus on your purpose. Guard your resources. Keep your independence. Stay the man she was drawn to, not the shell she can exploit. If she respects it, the relationship grows stronger. If she doesn't, she leaves. Either way, you win. Because being single with dignity is always better than being enslaved in a one-sided deal. Brother, you only get one life, one body, one chance to build something real. Don't waste it being a resource for someone else's comfort. Reclaim yourself. The clock is ticking. This is your wake-up call. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now. Every hour you delay, you bleed out more of your life, your energy, your health, your years. And if you wait until you're empty, you'll wish you had moved sooner. Don't wait for rock bottom. Don't wait for the day she leaves and the system takes everything you built. By then, it's too late. The moment for change is today. Say it out loud. You are not a slave, not a wallet, not an emotional punching bag, not disposable. You are a man with worth, strength, and a life that belongs to you. Live like it. Choose yourself with the same loyalty you've been giving away to everyone else. When she demands, pause. When she manipulates, see it. When she drains, protect yourself. Do it not with anger, but with calm strength. The quiet confidence of a man who knows his value and refuses to live on his knees. This isn't about hate. It's about balance. It's about refusing to live another year as a hollow version of yourself. Either the relationship becomes equal and respectful, or it ends. Both outcomes lead to freedom. The only way to lose is to stay enslaved while calling it love. Brother, the bleeding won't stop until you do. Every drop of life you've spilled for someone who wouldn't bleed for you, it's gone. Don't let another second slip through your fingers. Stand up, walk out, rebuild. Your body is broken, heal it. Your mind is fogged, sharpen it. Your time is stolen, take it back. Because the world doesn't mourn broken men, it replaces them. So make a choice. Be the man they discard, or the one they'll never control again. This is your moment. Don't waste it. Choose yourself. Live free. And if this message hit you hard, don't just keep it. Share it. Another man out there needs to hear this today. Thank you for watching. Drop a comment below. What's the biggest struggle you want us to break down next? Let's build a brotherhood of men who rise above confusion and reclaim their power. See you in the next video.